This computer, that's what I want. Okay. Hi guys, hope you're having an awesome Tuesday. Dusty Duncan here. Coming to you tonight to share with you something that has been on my heart for weeks now. And I'm going to tell you why it's been on my heart for weeks. Over the last several weeks, some of you have noticed in our team pages, we're sharing live Facebook Live videos from other jewels, right? So every time a jewel pops into our team pages, it means we're popping into another jewel's team page to do a live for their team. So while they're pouring into us, we're pouring into them. And over the last few weeks, I have been talking about a specific subject, and it's talking to people. They wanted something more than belief and other things that other people were talking about. So I decided to talk about how to talk to people because, why? I had to learn how to talk to people. If any of you know anything about me, talking to people was a huge struggle. And guess what? I'm not the only one that's had that issue. So I've shared on these live videos lots of wording. Actually, it's not lots. It's really just 4 key phrases that I use depending upon how I feel and how it fits the occasion that have been successful for me. And I have gotten so much feedback from these other teams and other jewels that I decided it's probably time for a reminder with us, because some of you have heard these from me and some of you haven't. But you know what? I am a firm believer that you can never hear anything too often. Why? Because we all need reminded. I need reminded. 4 years into this, I need reminded of things. And it's never a good thing to be reminded, and it's never a good thing to teach somebody that's new on here that's never heard these. So if you've seen the flyer, this call, we said we were going to talk about key phrases. We were going to talk about how to use them, and then we're going to have a little role playing. And I'm going to give you guys a little heads up. This role playing thing is probably not going to be what you think it is. And I'm excited to share that with you guys here in a little bit, but let's get to the key phrases. Sometimes certain words really resonate with people. And I know that some of you are probably sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, these are probably going to be just like magic words. Well, you're probably going to be laughing when you hear how simple this is. If you know anything about me, you know everything I do is simple, simple, simple. Why? Because it works. You don't have to reinvent the wheel and make things harder than it already is. Talking to people can be a difficult thing if you make it, or it can be a simple thing. The first thing that you need to know is every time we talk to somebody, we need to have our ears open. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? To be successful, you need to listen and then open the mouth at the right time. So I always say that's probably one reason I've been successful, because I like to listen to people. Sometimes they tell me things that I want to always hear, but it's been a blessing in disguise, really. So when you're out and about with family, at ball games, rodeos, whatever it is that y'all do, be listening, because there's 3 key things people will talk about. They will talk about their finances. They will talk about their health. They will talk about wanting to lose weight, right? Aren't all 3 of those things what Plexus has to offer? Then the first key phrase is, what if I had something that could help with that? Isn't that so simple? Say Renee and I are sitting gabbing at a t-ball game, and she's telling me about how she is just dragging and has no energy. She can't get through her day at the plant there in Paris, Texas, and she just doesn't know how she's going to do it. She's just tired day in and day out. Now, I'm going to let her finish sharing how she feels with me. I never want to interrupt her, but I have to muster up enough courage to say, Renee, what if I had something that could help with that? Don't you think Renee would say, what do you got? Inevitably, when I've used that phrase, what if I had something that could help with that, they always ask, what do you got? This is the opening for you to say, oh, I have a product that has helped me with my energy. Now, some of you are saying, well, what if they're talking about an issue that it hasn't helped me with? Well, you know somebody it's helped with, whatever. If it wasn't, energy wasn't an issue with you, you know somebody in this plexus family that had help with energy. So you'll just bring up, hey, my friend Tammy, she was just like you. She had no energy, but she tried this plexus and it worked for her. What if it worked for you? You need to keep it really simple, y'all. And if they want more details, they will ask for it. You know how we just spent the last 4 weeks talking about the color personalities. We know how to read if we need to give them more details than that. Those are the first key words that I want to give to you. I see somebody's trying to chat, and I want to make sure. Yep, Kelly Norma, what if I had something that could help with that? So simple, right? Now, the next key set of words are you okay with? Now, this is really, really good set of words. Inevitably, somebody's always griping about not having enough income, or like I said, we can go back to health. You can go back to all these things that Plexus helps with. And if you don't want to say, what if I had something that could help with that? It's always good to give them a thought-provoking question. Say it's somebody you've approached with Plexus before and they didn't jump on it. Say you're going back and you're listening to them the second or third time where they're saying, I don't have enough income to take my family on a trip. I would love to take them snow skiing. Well, after they're done sharing, because you always wait, never interrupt, are you really okay with not being able to do that? They're going to answer back with, no, you know what? I'm not okay with not being able to do that. You have to give them a thought-provoking question to make them think so that they can come back and say, I'm not okay with that. I would like to change that. Then you bring back, what if I had something that could help you with that? And you can tell them about Plexus again, because we all know the fortunes and the follow-up, and it might take 6 to 12 exposures to talk to somebody. And those are the two top key phrases I use the most, y'all. I mean, just hands down, top key phrases. If you give somebody a thought-provoking question like, are you okay with not being able to take your family on that vacation you were just talking to me about? It's their idea to say, I'm not. And they're making their own wheel spin. Does that make sense? Any heads gonna nod? I see a few nod anyway, so that's good. All right, so the next sets of words are, I'm just curious. All right, so the words I'm just curious can make it very, let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? Non-stressful for the person, because you're not giving them no pressure, okay? So when they're talking to you, and you might not want to use, what if I had something that could help with that? I'm just curious, since you're telling me about all these health issues, would you be willing to take a look at Plexus since we've talked about it before and you weren't ready then? I'm just curious is a simple set of words that can lead you in to the conversation with them. All right? Now, or I'm just curious, would you like to have a second income to come into your family? Everybody's always looking for keywords to lead them into discussion with somebody. When you're talking to people, they're talking about their finances, they're talking about their health. I'm just curious, would you be interested in earning a second income? That's a no pressure situation, right? I'm just curious. Because it's not saying, join my team, jump on and do this with me. We're gonna fix all your issues right here, right now. That might be a little scary and overbearing, right? But the words, I'm just curious, would you like a second income? That's no pressure. Easy for them to answer back. let's see here, the last set, and this is, and I know I'm kind of giving through these to you fast, but I want to get to the point where we can kind of utilize them in some role play. The last set of words, because there's 4 sets that I use. Will you know how? Simple words. I'm telling you, y'all are sitting here thinking, why are these so valuable? They're invaluable, I promise. So will you know how? When you're talking to somebody and then maybe they're talking about their health issues. Maybe it's a blood sugar issue. All right, they're talking. Wait till they finish and say, well, you know how I had blood sugar issues? I was suffering with them. They were up, they were down, they were all over the place. And you know, it was plexus that helped me with that. Well, you know how? It tells them, well, you know how I was dealing with it. Say you didn't have the same issue they were suffering with. Well, you know how Tammy had issues keeping up with finances? I'm just picking on you, Tammy. I'm not saying you had issues with finances. But you know how Tammy had issues with finances? You're in the same boat. So why not try plexus? Because you've seen how she was able to get out of financial issues. What if it could help you too? Those are such simple phrases. So we have, what if I had something that could help you with that? Are you okay with? 3, I'm just curious. 4, well, you know how or you know how Dana was on 13 sets of medications and was able to come off them? That was plexus. What if it was your answer too? Aren't those like the simplest sets of words? I mean, just the simplest sets of words. So over the last 4 weeks, we've been talking about color personalities on how to deal with people. And then last week, we had the most amazing Amy Paul jump on. I don't know what happened there, guys. My sincerest apologies there. And I was saying, you know how last week we had the amazing Amy Paul get on here and talk to you about action and just making yourself do it and all the key things to make you be successful. It basically boiled down to the action she takes to be successful in her business, right? So these key words that we've been talking about tonight can help you with all the other calls that we've been doing, right? It's just learning how to talk to people. And that's some of the most common things I come along with people. I just don't know how to talk to people. Well, if you take these 4 sets of key words and actually utilize them, they can help you. You can make this very simple. To get these keywords out, you don't have to use them all, and every time you talk to somebody, you choose the set that fits you the best in the scenario you're in. And they're such simple words, you can remember all of them to see which scenario fits you best. Now, let's have a little bit of fun here, and I'm going to pick on some of y'all. So I'm going to open this up, and let's start out with, let's do Renee. She's always really brave. You want to unmute, Renee?
All right.
All right, Renee. So I'm going to say that you and I are at the ball field and we're just talking and chatting, and I'm going to tell you some stuff, and I want you to use a set of the words that we just discussed to get my attention, okay? You ready?
All right.
All right.
Yep.
You know, Renee, this last week has just been absolutely crazy at work. I just don't know how I'm going to keep up with everything. My bosses are just on me like crazy. I'm not sure that I want to stay there. I don't know that this is the right job for me.
Well, Dusty, are you okay with that kind of pressure at your job?
You know, Renee, I'm not. I don't like the kind of pressure that they put on me there.
Well, I'm just curious, Dusty, what if I knew of a better way, something that might help you with a better job situation with extra income?
What do you got?
Well, you see, I had that same problem, and I had to talk to my sponsor, and she told me that whenever I signed up that if I wanted to work the business, that this could really help me in my finances. So I said, sure. And I signed up. And you know what? The extra income has been amazing. And so are the products.
That's exciting, Renee. I would love to talk to you about this. Right now, we've got these kids playing ball, but you got some time next week that maybe we can chat?
Sure. How about Tuesday, say 10:30? That work?
Absolutely. Y'all, Renee just fielded that absolutely beautifully. She didn't make it any harder than it could be. I mean, seriously, did you see how easily that flowed? Doesn't that just give you more confidence on how you're going to be able to talk to somebody? Is there anybody on this call that already uses these phrases to help them be successful? Raise your hand or unmute. Nobody.
I was kind of trained by the best.
That's funny. You're so sweet, Renee. All right, let's have some fun. Didn't she do great? I mean, Kelly, she did amazing, didn't she, Kelly? So let's see. Do we have a volunteer that wants to do it instead of me just picking on somebody? No? All right. So, Edith, you want to do it?
I was just coming on to save you with Renee, and I was going to do it with Renee. So, sure, Dusty, I want to do it.
All right. So, here we go. You know, Edith, I have just been so sick. My kids are bringing everything back from school. I get over strep, and then I caught the flu, and the next thing you know, I had a cold. I just don't know. It's just one thing from another with my kids. I just don't even know how I'm going to get through this season.
Dusty, what if I had something that might help you with that?
What do you got?
Well, I've been taking plexus, and it has really helped with my health, and I haven't got a cold only once in the last 4 years.
Really? 4 years?
I have help. Come here, say hi. This is whispering in the background to me. He's worse than I am. So just so you know, if I can pull it off with him here, I'm doing good. So yeah, I just haven't been sick, and so I'm just wondering if that would be something that you would be interested in.
Yeah, I've been sick with one thing after another. Absolutely. If you haven't been sick in 4 years, I want to try what you have. Good job, Edith. Very good job. How about you, Libby? You want to do one? I seen you pop on a minute ago. Oh, she might have disappeared on me. Okay, so we're just going to leave her be because she must be busy right now. She's probably getting after me.
Yes, amen to that.
So it says that Dawn is now the host.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I keep dropping internet. It doesn't make any sense. I'm sitting out here with my Wi-Fi where it should be stable. So, guys, I just want you to know that these kind of key phrases, and when you're using them to talk to people, they will relate them to you very simply. You don't have to have big words. You don't have to have massively huge wording or structured, thought out process of what you're going to say to somebody when you have these 4 simple key phrases that work so well. How about we don't let me do it? How about, let's see here. Let's see, Sheila and Dana, do you want to unmute? And Sheila, you tell Dana something and let Dana use some of the words. Maybe Dana, try some of the words that haven't been used yet.
Okay, are you ready, Dana?
Sure.
You know, I'm just sick and tired of work. I have no money. I would really like to take my kids on vacation this summer. I have no money. I don't know what to do.
Well, you know, multivitamins. And not only has it helped with my finances, but it's helped with my health. I'm off 16 prescriptions. So not only is it a financial opportunity for you, but it could also be a health opportunity for you. I don't know if that's something that you're looking for.
What would I have to do, though? I'm not a salesman.
I'm not a salesperson either. Generally, what I do is I just share from my heart, and people are looking for a different alternative. People are looking for a way to make extra money, and it takes little effort. So I'd love to help you with that.
When can we get together?
Right now.
We're together. We're together right now.
On Dusty's internet.
Good job, ladies.
Thank you, Sheila.
Awesome.
Fun.
Hey.
Okay.
There's Nikki. She's going to help me if I keep losing signal. Bless her heart. She's coming to my rescue tonight because I'm getting a new internet server again, or I'm moving, one of the two. So why don't we let Nikki and let's see, Dana White. Do you want to unmute and do one with Nikki?
Did you say Dana?
Dana White.
Oh.
I guess not. Libby, you want to do one with Nikki?
Well, I could just do one by myself. I can be, okay. So I'm at the baseball game and I've got my little plexus person next to me and I'm just complaining. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just have no energy. I'm just so tired. I've driven 4 hours today and now I'm here at this ball game and I am just zapped. I can't even keep my eyes open. And so little plexus person, oh gosh, I know how you feel. I used to feel this exact same way. And so this is the feel, felt, found method. I'm hopping on late and Dusty might have talked about that. So this is where I'm going to come in with, I know how you feel. I used to feel the exact same way. This normally will intrigue some kind of conversation. And so the tired person is going to be like, really? What do you mean you used to feel the exact same way? What is it that you're doing now? Well, I used to feel that way until I found this amazing product that I've just been taking one pill a day right in the morning, and I have just had energy all day long. It's not like this quick burst of energy, but it's a sustainable energy that I can go all day and I don't need a nap. Well, what is this pill you're talking about? What? Tell me more. Tell me more. I'm singing Grease Lightning. Tell me more. Well, it's called Edge, and I can't get it from anywhere else but Plexus worldwide. It's a very affordable, just simple product that I take every single day. And ever since starting the pill, the Edge, I have just felt amazing, and I can just go on for days. Would you like a sample? Would you like to try some of mine? And I'm going to, it's probably not always the most compliant thing, but I'm going to open my bottle and I'm going to give them three capsules to get my best friend started over here to feeling great again. And so that's what I like to use on the feel, felt, found method. Other method that I like is, well, it's just really expensive and I just can't afford that. I know how you feel. I felt the exact same way until I found I actually save money on these products. I can't not take these products because I can't afford not to take them. What do you mean you save money? Well, I no longer have to buy my allergy medications every day, take my monthly allergy medications. I no longer have to get those prescription medications. These are just different scenarios. I now don't drink my Diet Dr. Peppers, eat my Twix candy bars. That saves me $4 a day. I own products that I have found cost me less than my old bad habits. And now that's what I mean by I can't afford not to take these products because they save me money now. That simple. When someone tells me that they can't afford it, I immediately, I know how you feel. I felt the same way until I found X, Y, and Z. I'm going to come out and I'm going to know my person. If I know them and I know they get their hair done on a regular, their nails done on a regular, I'm going to say, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. So I found it was no more expensive than my daily or my weekly manicure, pedicure question just came through on my screen. No more than my weekly, monthly, biweekly, whatever it is, appointments to the salon to get my manicure and pedicures. What you have to do is find out how much is your health worth to you, because in the long run, to me, I can't afford to be sick. I can't afford to not be on these products, because now I make money being on these products. I make more now sharing these products than I ever made as a teacher. And so that's where I'm going to go in to using my real life experiences to try to relate to them. And that's where I missed the beginning part of Dusty's call. I thought my phone was frozen, I kept unmuting it. But that's where I go in and use my experience, and I keep it simple. The feel, felt, found works out perfect for me. And so, and like I said, I don't know the phrase. There's some messages coming through.
Yeah. That's another phrase that you can use. It's such a good feel, felt, found method. You can never go wrong with the feel, felt, found method. The last thing that I'll touch on, because we are coming down to the last few minutes of our call here. How many of you are thinking of people that you're thinking, oh, I've already talked to them about plexus. I should have used maybe some of these 4 phrases would have been really good, but I didn't open my mouth whenever they were sharing about their issue with me. Last time I was at the rodeo or at the ball game or at the grocery store or at work. I didn't open my mouth. I stayed quiet. I didn't muster up the courage. But now you have these 4 phrases that could really help you. The biggest one that will help with people that have not, that you have not talked to, but you listen to their issue, is going to be, well, you know how. So go, well, you know how last week you were telling me that you weren't feeling good and had no energy? What if I had something that could help you with that? That's such a good phrase to go back into and say, well, you know how you were telling me, because I know that there is everybody on this call, because none of us are perfect, and every one of us have sat through and listened to a family member or a friend tell us all their issues, and in our minds we were thinking plexus can help with that, but we did not open our mouth and we did not share with them. So I want you to think tonight, when we get off this call, after you have all 4 phrases of what we just talked about, I want you to think about the people that have spoke to you and you didn't open your mouth, and I want you to message them and say, well, you know how we were talking last week? What if I had something that could help with that? I want you to be brave enough to utilize that. That is a great segue to get right back into where you left off. I don't care if it was 2 weeks ago. I don't care if it was 1 week ago. Utilize that key phrase. So guys, just remember, what if I had something that could help with that? Are you okay with? I'm just curious. And well, you know how. All simple things. I'm going to leave you with this one last thing. Are you an ambassador on this team that has maybe been gold, senior gold, silver for 6 months, a year, maybe longer? I want you to utilize, are you okay with for yourself? Or maybe with a downline. Are you okay with where you still are in your business? If you're not okay with where you are in your business, you need to get with your sponsor, get with your upline, and make a game plan. Connect with each other and say, I'm not okay with where I am. These are good phrases that you can utilize with not just potentials, but your downline. Say you have somebody in your downline that's maybe a gold ambassador, and they're blessed with a level 1 that's just rocking this business, and they're gaining a check, an income, but they're really not producing. I want you to go to that level 1 ambassador and say, are you okay with leaving money on the table? This is really eye-opening. I don't care what color they are. People like money. We all needed to pay our bills. We all needed to advance in life and get the things that we would like to have. If that level 1 ambassador has not been working the business and their ambassador underneath them is killing it and they're growing this team, I want you to say, are you okay with leaving money on the table? Because say Megan was underneath one of my level ones. I'm going to say Megan is doing an outstanding job. She's going on an outstanding team. She's killing it. She's got this great income coming in. Are you okay with leaving about $1,000 a month on the table? Because that's where she is. You're only a silver ambassador and you're missing out on about $1,000 a month. I could break it down and show her how the math went. That is going to be thought-provoking for my level of one ambassador to think about her awesome team member, Megan, underneath her, doing so great. I'm not okay with leaving $1,000 on the table, and I'm guaranteeing you my level one's not going to be okay with leaving $1,000 on the table. And she's probably going to want to put a game plan to you together. Does that make sense? Do any of you have, think about this, if you have a team, you have anybody underneath you that might be like that, we call them connectors and we love our connectors, but what if you could use that key phrase of, are you okay with leaving money on the table? Are you okay with not growing with this awesome friend that you sponsored in this business and rocking it? I mean, seriously, y'all, utilize these keywords not just for potentials, but utilize these keywords for our downline. So anyways, we've come to the end of our 30 minutes. I want to apologize for the few times it looks like I lost a little bit of signal. Thank God it let me pop back on. I hope you utilize these 4 keys phrases. I hope you got something out of it. I know it was a very simple call tonight, but I want you guys to understand this is a simple business. You can make it hard or you can make it easy. So make it easy, get out there and share and do something great, guys. Do something great with these simple words and watch just how they can affect your business and how they can affect how easily you can open your mouth and talk to somebody. Because if I can talk to somebody, you can talk to anybody, all right? Y'all be blessed. I just want to pray over you guys tonight before we leave the call. I just want to say, Lord, thank you for every one of these awesome Plexus family members that we have who spent part of their night to get on here and pour into themselves so that they can pour into their business. Let them utilize these words. Let them be helpful. Let them receive them and use them in a way that can bless others immeasurably. I just pray you bring us the right people at the right time that need what we have. Lord, bless our businesses, bless our families, and bless this amazing team that we have been given. The Freedom Team is simply amazing, and we love the leaders on it. We love our Plexus family members on it, and we praise you, Jesus. We just pray that we're doing everything for the glory of you. In your awesome name, we pray, amen. Thank you guys so much for tonight. We just love y'all. Y'all have a great Tuesday. Take these words and utilize them this week. I want to see some new customers and new ambassadors from these simple words.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you,
Bye. How do I get out of this?